Jobseeker Payment. Coronavirus lockdown has caused hundreds of thousands of people in Australia to become jobless. Hundreds of thousands of people have lost their jobs in Australia due to a downturn in consumer spending following the lockdown caused by coronavirus pandemic. The impact is immense and job losses are widespread across Australia. The coronavirus is having far-reaching consequences for millions of people in Australia as a broad range of people have lost work. Many people in Australia are worried and need to know they could keep paying rent and bills. Prime Minister Scott Morrison battles to save the country's economy and to contain the health crisis as coronavirus cases surge in Australia. The Prime Minister said Australia is dealing with a health crisis that has caused an economic crisis, and this will have a toll on the financial ruin that will take on many in Australia. Have you lost your job due to the coronavirus? Here's what you can do. Apply for the Jobseeker Payment from the Australian Government Services Australia, also known as Centrelink. The Jobseeker Payment has been introduced as the main payment for working-age people in Australia who don't have a job and are looking for work, sole traders and self-employed people, people caring for someone who is infected with coronavirus, or people in isolation can also apply for the Jobseeker Payment. The government has increased the Jobseeker allowance for both new and existing job seekers. Job seekers in Australia will receive a coronavirus supplement of $550 each fortnight for 6 months, in addition to their usual payment. The standard 1-week waiting period has been waived, and the step-by-step sign-up process has been streamlined. How can I apply for the Jobseeker Payment? To claim Jobseeker Payment, you do not need to provide an employment separation certificate or bank statement. This will help to make life easier during this time of coronavirus pandemic. Services Australia encourages job seekers not to go and line up at a Centrelink service centre to apply for the Jobseeker Payment. During this period, to make a claim you will need to establish your identity or create a new Centrelink online account over the phone, or visit the Australian Government Services Australia's website. The link is in the description. What if my annual leave is getting paid out? If you're getting annual leave or sick leave paid out, you will not be eligible for any of the above welfare payments. When your annual or sick leave stops or runs out, you will then be able to apply. Can I apply for Jobseeker Payment if I have some savings? Yes. You can apply for Jobseeker Payment even if you have savings. The government has also waived the additional waiting period, which was known as the liquid assets waiting period, to help Jobseeker applicants who have savings to apply for Jobseeker Payment. If my partner is still working, am I eligible? Services Australia has criteria for evaluating relationships and welfare payments. This will depend on your joint income. If your partner earns over a certain threshold fortnightly, this will reduce the payments you receive, potentially down to nothing if their income is high enough. Am I eligible for a payment from the government stimulus package? The government is offering 2 separate $750 cash payments to benefit recipients, including people receiving New Start, Family Tax Benefit, pension, Social Security payment, veterans and those with concession cards. The first and second payments will be applied automatically to those eligible. These payments will not apply to those that are eligible for the coronavirus payment. What if I'm out of a job because I'm sick or caring for someone who is sick? If you're out of work because you caught COVID-19, or if you have to self-isolate, or need to care for a loved one, there are ways to get financial support. The government has waived the 1-week wait time for taxpayer-funded Jobseeker Payment, so you can access that as soon as you're off work. Can I make a workers' compensation claim? If you catch coronavirus (COVID-19) as a result of your work, You may be entitled to workers' compensation, which could help ease the financial burden. Your job may have involved travel to an area with a COVID-19 confirmed case. You might have been forced to interact with people who contracted the coronavirus. Or you may have held responsibilities which contravened Department of Health recommendations. Each claim will be considered on a case-by-case basis, but there is certainly a possibility that workers' compensation could help many impacted workers. Australia is experiencing widespread ongoing transmission of respiratory illness caused by the novel, new coronavirus COVID-19.